Trinity Lutheran Church has enriched the Christian lives of families for more than 120 years. The Sowing Our Future capital campaign is expressly intended to enable Trinity to continue to be the hands and feet of Christ for the next century. This campaign, unanimously approved by the congregation, has a goal of $1.5 million, achievable with 100% of member family participation. With input from many members, the staff, and certainly Pastor Chris, a dedicated committee has identified 15 projects, each critical to sustain Trinity's ability to continue to do God's work. Let's look at the project list.
Foremost on the project list is a full repair of our roof. There are 4 distinct sections of roof, all of which are more than 25 years old and have been patched many times. After most rains, there are puddles everywhere: the atrium, the gym, and even the worship center. Research on the extent of work and cost is still ongoing. The best estimate at present is $450,000.
A close second priority project is the mortgage debt reduction and ideally elimination of Trinity's current mortgage balance, which is roughly $640,000. The current mortgage requires that we pay $70,000 annually. Paying the full amount of debt will free up $70,000 annually that will be used for other vital programs and our mission work covered under the Trinity annual budget.
Trinity has paid a consultant fee for advice on the campaign.
There is a need to update our audio-visual system. Today we can broadcast services on YouTube, but our equipment must be upgraded beyond the current patchwork of cables to include a new projector and other equipment. Upgraded AV equipment will help us provide better worship experiences for our members and to reach others beyond our walls. These streaming services have been a vital part of our ability to connect with people and live out our mission.
Did you know that Trinity has 13 bathrooms? Each is in need of repair, and many need extensive rework to replace rusty partitions and old fixtures and aged walls, floors, and also lighting.
We believe that funds should be allocated for future missions or for the Trinity Endowment Fund, which was established years ago for that purpose. Disbursements would require council approval with input from the Missions Committee.
Once the roofing and updating projects are completed, a painting of the renovated areas will be necessary. The biggest challenge is the sanctuary ceiling, which will require a high-reach lift or scaffolding.
The current windows and doors in the preschool area date back to the 1960s. The windows are not energy efficient. The doors show their age and they are warped and cracked. Our preschool program is a core mission of Trinity by reaching out to children and families both at Trinity and in our community.
This project would cover the first-year wages and living expenses for a seminary intern. If an ongoing intern program would be established, the subsequent year's costs would be funded through Trinity's annual budget process.
Improvements to parking lot lighting have been made over the past 5 years, but further improvements are needed.
The council has recommended that the badly worn gym tables must be replaced with sturdy yet lighter weight tables.
The kitchen appliances, the stove, oven, and dishwasher are still in working condition, but they are showing their age.
Replacing the stones on the preschool playground with a cushioned surface will improve the safety of the playground.
A structure to hold urns of cremated remains should be added to the cemetery or perhaps established within the church.
The back gate at the south side entrance exit has been damaged over the years by several incidents of vandalism.
Any amounts remaining in the capital campaign fund after all projects are completed would be paid to the endowment fund. Now you have a grasp of the projects and their anticipated cost. A phased approach must be applied, which is dependent on how much cash is collected. This chart shows the recommended phase priorities based on cash collected. Phase 1 will begin immediately upon congregation approval, since $750,000 has already been received. Therefore, we will repair the entirety of the roof, make partial payment of the mortgage debt, pay for the AV system and campaign fee, as well as a portion of the bathroom renovation. Phase 2 would commence once $1 million of cash is in hand. This will allow further debt reduction, the remainder of the bathroom work, the painting, the parking lot lighting, gym table replacements, and kitchen appliances. Phase 3 kicks in when $1.25 million has been collected. This permits substantial further debt reduction and funds to be set aside for future missions or the Trinity Endowment Fund, as well as a portion of the preschool windows and doors. If we reach our established goal of $1.5 million, Phase 4 will allow us to effectively complete 11 of 15 projects. If we raise over $1.5 million, we can begin to address the remaining 4 projects in Phase 5. And there you have it. This represents the input from the congregation, staff, and Pastor Chris. The church council and campaign committee believe these projects are essential priorities to achieve our mission and be the hands and feet of Christ in our community. And we recommend approval at the upcoming congregation meeting.